Hello guys and welcome to BKS Drawing Masterclass. So today I'm just launching a series for unlocking creativity for beginners. We are just going to start in the foundational drawing for beginners. So this is just to learn how to draw anything. So I'm just going to highlight a structure and a progress lesson that will enable you to get the first-hand knowledge and skill in drawing. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about the tools and materials that you as a beginner you need to be aware of, you need to have in order to start drawing. So I'm just going to highlight the general idea of the tools and materials and the specific material that you are going to use to start drawing. So mastering drawing tools is a fundamental step in enhancing your artistic skills. It is important you understand these drawing tools, specific characteristics, and how each one works. Each tool offers unique abilities, enabling you to achieve different specific effects and styles. Here is a breakdown of common drawing tools and how we can use them effectively. Number one, we have the graphite pencils. The purpose of graphite pencil is for basic sketching and shading. So the grades, we have different grades of graphite pencils. For example, you have the hard pencils and the soft pencils. The hard pencils are the H grades. We can have H, 2H, 3H, 4H, and so on. These kind of pencils, they produce lighter, precise lines, ideal for detailed artwork and initial sketches. These pencils are commonly used for instrumental drawings and for majorly for producing precise lines and details. That's why it's mostly used to the architecture students and also the interior students, the one making plans. You can draw plans with the H pencils. They are very precise. The second grade is the soft pencils. This one are the pencils that range from B, the B pencils. You can have B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, and so on. These pencils are used to create darker, richer, perfect for shading and expressive lines. They are used for realistic drawings and highlighting distinct values. The techniques used for graphite pencils are you can use the light pressure for fine lines and more pressure for darker strokes. For some of the brands that you can use, there are a lot of brands for graphite pencils such as Staedtler, Faber-Castell. The second type of material, the tools, is the charcoal pencils. Charcoal pencils are bold and they have dramatic effects and rich shading. These are mainly used for realistic drawings. The types of charcoal pencils are we have vine charcoal. Vine charcoal, they consist of hard, medium, and soft pencils. Hard charcoal are used for lighter details and sometimes for blending. The softer ones are easily blendable and have rich shades. The medium quality lies in between hard and soft charcoal, which gives average shade to make intended mid-tone. The compressed charcoal is another type of charcoal pencils. These ones are dense and darker. They are used for very intense details. The techniques used for charcoal pencils are you can blend them with fingers, or you can use the blending stamps or tissue paper for soft gradients. They are usually very dark and you can get dirty with your hands when using them. So when you're drawing, you have to be careful how you're using them. Always have an eraser, always have a blending stamp so that you can master well how to use them. Some of the brands are Monte and so on. The third category of tools are the ink pens. The purpose of using the ink pens, the line work, detailing, and graphic arts. The types are micro pen or ball pen, which produces fine lines and precision. Brush pens. They produce dynamic strokes with variable thickness. The techniques used for ink pens are hatching, cross hatching, scribbling, and stippling for Texture and shading. Ink pens, especially micron pens, are more harder to achieve fine shading than the other mediums. When using them, be more careful, patient, precise, and great at your skill. It requires advanced skills. One of the most known used ball pen there is Bic. And then we have the fourth category, which is colored pencils. The purpose of colored pencils is to add color and depth. The types of colored pencils, we have the wax based, which are have smooth application, ideal for layering. Then we have the oil based, which are more firm, great for finer details. The techniques they use the layering techniques, which you can use to layer colors to create gradients, burnish with colorless blender for a polished look. To use colored pencils, you need to first understand the color theory and how it works, so that you can know how to mix colors and achieve any shade that you want. Some of the brands that you can use for the colored pencils, we have the Pelikan colored pencils, we have Faber-Castell, we have Prismacolors, we also have WH Smith. Erasers. The purpose of erasers is to highlight and correcting. The types of erasers, we have the kneaded eraser, which are soft, moldable, perfect for lifting, graphite or charcoal. The vinyl eraser, or the dust-free, they are stronger or precise for clean corrections. These are just the regular erasers. Then we have electric erasers. Electric erasers are used for highlighting critical details and overall for precise rubbing. Then we have the mono-zero eraser. These erasers that are used to highlight minute details, especially for hyperrealism. Techniques: use kneaded erasers to lighten areas to create highlights. Vinyl erasers are general purpose corrections. Electric eraser for rubbing and highlighting details. Then mono-zero erasers are for small details in hyperrealism. Some of the brands, we have the Faber-Castell, Pelikan, and so many other more. Then you have the blending tools. These are important tools that can use for producing realistic drawings. The purpose is to create smooth textures and gradients. Types: we have blending stamps. Blending stamps, these are made of compressed paper used for precision blendings. Then we have tortillons. Tortillons are similar to stamps but smaller for finer details. Then we have tissue paper. This is a common one, which is used for general blending using your finger. Then you have techniques. You blend lightly to avoid excessive smudging. Then the category number 7 is paper and surfaces. Purpose of using for the paper, they affect texture for blending and overall finish. The types of papers, we have the smooth paper for ideal detailed work, and ink. The textured paper for charcoal, which are best for charcoal, pastel, and bold strokes. Then some of the tips of choosing the paper: you can choose the acid-free paper to prevent yellowing over time. Types of paper, we have ivory paper, watercolor paper, and Bristol paper, also Canson paper. So when choosing the best papers for drawing, we use it depends also on the weight. They can have the 250 grams GMS, then you also have 300 GMS, depending on your preference. But what I've just talked about, the types and the brands for paper and the surface that you should draw, those are the best one you can have. The 8th and the final category of tools and materials is the rulers and compasses. The purpose of this is to create straight lines, geometric shapes, and perspective guidelines. Techniques: use slightly to avoid leaving indentations in the paper. So these are mainly used for instrumental drawings. If you want precision, or maybe combining instrumental drawing and realistic drawing, you use rulers and compasses for maybe grid drawing technique, which can really help you to master drawing different things using specific proportions. Then generally we have the practical tips. So when you're experimenting using these tools, you test each tool on different surfaces to understand its potential. Then you keep tools clean and well maintained for better performance. That is, you care about your tools and materials. Combining tools, you mix tools. You can use mixed medium such as graphite and ink, or you can use colored pencil and charcoal. Yeah, maybe to create unique textures and dynamic drawings. So by understanding and practicing with these tools, you can unlock a wide range of artistic possibilities. In this guide, you will stick to the first basic tools categories, which is graphite pencil, which will create fundamental skill for your growth. This is what you need to have in this exercise. So in this episode, we will start with the graphite pencils. So you need to have pencils from HB for H, HB, B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, or you can choose varieties such as HB, 2B, 4B, and 6B. So there are more grades of pencil up to 14B, but start with these ones at the moment. Then we have erasers. You can have vinyl erasers and kneaded erasers. Then you have blending tools. Those are common ones: tissue and blending stamps. Paper, you need an A4 or A3 sketch pad or the sketchbook. Then you can have ivory paper or a Bristol paper. Then reference photos. The reference photos, you can just get their popular apps that you can use for reference photos, which are Pinterest, for example. Yeah, you can search anything or any idea that you want as a reference photos, and you can bring to you. I'll leave the link in the description. So mastering drawing techniques requires a great observation skills. Hence, you need reference photos that will enhance your abilities to understand different types of shades, light and shadow, texture and perspective. A platform such as Pinterest can really help you to get different ideas and best reference photos. With your phone, you can install the app, sign up, and start using it. Use the search icon to look for the pictures you want, for example, still life photography. So this is just the beginning of unlocking creativity for beginners. So if you are a beginning artist and you want to master your drawing, so this is just the first step. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next episode.